I'm CM Coleman, and welcome to CM Coleman Home. Today we are making cinnamon roll bars. These are really easy, and they're going to use some of the ingredients that we've made before. If you do not make these ingredients, you can use the alternatives. So let's get started. Super simple. First thing I've got in this mixing bowl is a box cake mix, or you can use the cake mix that we made earlier, and you can find that on the blog, or you can also find it under the Make It Mondays where we make our cake mix. So in here is the one cake mix. To that I'm going to add, this is our homemade cooked pudding mix. So this is a pudding mix. If you do not have a vanilla pudding, if you do not want to make our homemade vanilla pudding mix, you can make your own. So just go, you can buy your own. Just go and buy a pudding mix that is not an instant. This is for cooking. So one box of a pudding. So that's what I want you to put in there. Then I'm going to lock this down so I don't have things going everywhere. I have 3/4 of a cup of butter, which I'm just going to add to that. With that 3/4 of a cup of butter, I'm going to add, I do believe this is half a cup. It is half a cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, since these are cinnamon rolls. 1 tablespoon of water, and 2 eggs. Wasn't that simple? Super simple. Now I'm just going to spin this along really quick. There we go. Now I'm going to take it, and our dough is a really crumbly dough. I'm going to take our dough. I have got a greased pan. I'm going to move everything out of the way. Of course, I should have done that as I was going along, but I didn't. My oven is preheating at 350 degrees. So I take my crumbly dough, make sure to mix it up. Don't want anything not to be mixed up. Then I'm going to put my crumbly dough in the pan. Excellent. Taking my spatula, oh what the heck, I'm going to do this with my hands. I am going to press down my dough. Make sure that you press this down evenly, because you don't want one spot to cook more than the other. This is the cool part. The cool part is I now just have to put this into the oven. 350 degrees, I cook it for 25 to 30 minutes. Or until a cake tester put into the center of it comes out clean. Then once that happens, I have to cool this completely. And I mean completely, because this is going to have frosting put onto it. And we're back. My bars have completely cooked. They went for 25 minutes, then I checked them, put a skewer into them. There were a few crumbs that came out, so I put them back in for another 5 minutes. I completely cooled them before we went to this stage. Now we're going to make cream cheese frosting. In my bowl I have 8 ounces or 1 block of softened cream cheese and 1/4 cup or half a stick of butter, and that's unsalted butter. I'm going to turn that on, whip it up really fast. This is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Slow it down for just a second so that I can scrape. Now, this is where you're going to have to pay attention. And the reason you're going to have to pay attention is we're going to be adding powdered sugar. This is 5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm smart though. I'm going to add this very slowly, 1 cup at a time. Why am I going to do that? Because I want to make sure that the frosting is pretty thick. And I should have slowed it down. When you add it, slow it down, that way you don't get a flour cloud. I'm sorry, a powdered sugar cloud. We'll add some more. As always, you want it to be a little thicker than what you think you need. Why? Because that's the way that these frostings go. There we go. Almost there. And you notice I used just about all of my powdered sugar. Last little bit. I'm going to let that run while I bring over my bars. That's what they look like. Alright, I'm going to turn that off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spatula, throw that down there, and then I will put it onto my bars. There we go. This is an offset spatula, which is just for these occasions. What that's going to do is this is pretty thick, so I'm pushing to the edge, and that's it. My goal was to try not to get crumbs on the top, but it happens. We don't have to be perfect on these things. There we are. Pushing to the edge. Now here's something which you can do, and you'll probably see this in the photographs of this. I will put powdered or cinnamon sugar on top of it, just to give it that extra little touch. Hey, you know, I don't mind the little crumbs on top. And that's it. If you enjoyed this, click like. You can also subscribe to this channel, and 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday, we'll do a new recipe. Monday is Make It Monday, where we'll make ingredients for our recipes. Wednesday, we'll discuss what's happening as cooking ideas and that sort of thing. And on Free Friday, who knows what's going to happen. Also, you can share this video with your friends. You can check out the blog, which there's a link to, which has this recipe and many others. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make yourself at home.